Hey guys, this is Ness and I'm here at Carl's Game Station. I'm about to do a profile of my Yu-Gi-Oh deck because a lot of people on Instagram have been asking me about it and asking me to like duel and stuff. So I figured I would go over my deck first and then go from there. Okay, so to start off, I have a Blue-Eyes deck and I do plan on going competitive with it eventually, but for right now I'm still a noob. So, just gotta practice and stuff. Alright, so let's get started. To start off, I have 2 Summoner's Art, 1 Soul Charge, 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Silver's Cry, 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, 2 Dragon Shrine, 2 Moon Mirror Shield, 1 Dragon's Mirror, 1 Terraforming, 3 Trade-In, 2 Mausoleums of White, and that's it for all my spells. This deck has no traps. I did it so that the deck would run faster because you need to set traps and stuff. But before we go on to my monsters, which is like the other half of my deck, I want to talk about some of these spells first. I have Summoner's Art in there because I did not have any Melodies of Awakening Dragon on me, but ideally, if I had that card, I would use that card instead of Summoner's Art. But Summoner's Art is good enough. And the difference between those two is that, in case you don't know, Summoner's Art, they add a level 5 or higher normal monster from your deck to your hand. With Melody of Awakening Dragon, basically you can add up to 2. But, like I said, this is good for now. Melody is kind of an expensive card, so I'm kind of holding off on that. 2 Twin Twisters. Ideally, I would have 3. But there are other cards that are taking up my space, and I like to keep it as close to 40 cards as possible, and I believe I have 41 right now. So, I'm about to talk about some things that I might change in the future that might make me have space for another Twin Twisters, but I'll get into that in a minute. Dragon's Mirror, we're going to talk about that later, but I know that's basically a dead spot in my deck, and that can slow me down a lot. But there's a reason for it, so just wait. Moon Mirror Shield, I have it because I like to combo it with my Maiden. And I know that a lot of people are saying that now that Blue-Eyes Alternative came out, Maiden is basically no. I like to have a Maiden on my deck. I actually have 2. It's another way to get a Blue-Eyes out, so why not? And Moon Mirror Shield, I use it to trigger her effect myself. Ideally, though, I would have Wonder Ones. So I may exchange that for Wonder Ones eventually. And as far as the trade-ins, that's something that people ask me about as well. Why 3 trade-ins instead of like, I don't know, 2 and 2 cards of consonance or whatever. I had 2 cards of consonance on my deck. I felt like every time I drew them, it was a dead draw, and I got tired of it, so I took them out, and the deck runs just fine without them. So that's cool. And as far as Mausoleum and Terraforming, I'm about to make some changes on my deck that will allow me to get rid of the Terraforming, but for now I think it's important because I always want that Mausoleum of White card to be out on the field. It's a really, really good field spell card, especially if you have a bunch of tuners, which the Blue-Eyes deck requires. So, now that we've talked about my spells, let's move on to my monsters. I have 1 Arkbrave Dragon, 3 Blue-Eyes, 3 alternative Blue-Eyes, 3 White Stone of Ancients, 1 White Stone of Legend, 2 Veilers, 3 Sage, 2 Maiden, and 2 Spirit of White. Now, again, I explained the reason why I have Maiden in there. With Wonder Ones or with Moon Mirror Shields, I can trigger her effect really fast, and bam, I have a Blue Eyes out on the field. You know, just another way of doing it. Now, I was going to talk about Dragon's Mirror and why I basically have like a Dragon's Mirror / polymerization spot taken up. And it's because on my extra deck I included Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate, which is a new card. And one of his effects is that if you basically discard another Blue Eyes fusion monster from your extra deck, he can attack again. So I have Blue Eyes Ultimate taking up that spot in my extra deck just to go hand in hand with Neo Blue Eyes' effect. And in order to summon Neo Blue Eyes, I need either Polymerization or Dragon's Mirror. He cannot contact fusion like Twin Burst does. So I know I just went a little bit into my extra deck, which I'll go into more detail in a minute, but I wanted to show you guys why I have that Dragon's Mirror there. Now with that said, let's go on to my extra deck. And for my extra deck, again I have Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate to go with its effect. Stardust, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, Black Rose Dragon, I use it to blow up the board, Leo, Ancient Fairy Dragon. This card I like a lot because it helps me bring out my field spell card. And it's really, I mean, I need to add a level 6 monster to my deck in order to be able to synchro summon it. And I've chosen Luster Dragon number 2, which I need to add. But once I have that, I can get rid of the Terraforming and add like another Twin Twisters or something. So again, it's little things that I have to tweak here and there. But I'm basically showing you guys why I have what I have so far. I have 2 copies of Azure, and I love to combo him with Blue Eyes Twin Burst. That's one of my favorite combos to make with this deck because Blue Eyes Twin Burst can be destroyed by battle, and Azure-Eyes protects my dragons from effects. So they kind of have like a nice thing going on there. Blue Eyes Spirit, I only have 1 copy of for now. I'm planning on getting another one. It's good for against pendulum-based decks. And then I have a few Xyz that are just taking up space for now until I get the rest of the stuff that I need to get for this extra deck. But Thunder End, Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, and then I have a Dark Matter and a Photon Dragon that I like to combo with each other. So that's basically my extra deck. Again, still needs a little bit of work, but it works for now. Obviously, I'm not, anywhere near being able to go competitive with this yet, but maybe someday. So yeah, I'm gonna include some pictures of the decks at the end of the video so you guys can look at them carefully if you want. And I'll also include a picture of the business card for the shop that I'm in. It's Carl's Game Station. It's over in Winter Haven / Dundee area. I strongly encourage you guys to come in and visit. I love being here. I'm here all the time. And I'm one of the very few Yu-Gi-Oh players, so we are in huge need of Yu-Gi-Oh players. So if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, come on by. If you play Magic, there's like a million people that play Magic, so you're gonna have a good old time anyway. So yeah, I will see you guys soon with my playtest video.